whoever comes in to purchase your home can assume your loan and take your loan over and keep that interest rate.
Bienvenidos a un nuevo episodio de Atlanta Dulce Hogar, un podcast dedicado a real estate, a bienes raíces, vender, comprar e invertir. And today I got with me April Murray from Northpoint Mortgage. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Like, I know your time is precious and you have all these applications going on, right?
Yep, that's a good thing, but no, I'm happy to be here.
Oh, awesome.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. One thing I wanted to ask you before we start on the topic for today is what is the worst thing about your house right now, your current house? The worst things you have.
That's easy.
My
shower's leaking.
Your shower leaking. Okay.
Yeah, and my house is only 4 years old. So apparently
wow.
The builder...
New construction people sometimes think it's like, oh, it's better because it's new, blah, blah, blah. Mm-mm.
Yeah. So in my master shower, which is upstairs, I have a tile floor in the shower.
Okay.
It's just a shower stall.
Okay.
So it's tile floor and tile walls. And I've noticed a while ago that the grout in the corners and around some of the pebble floors were cracking. Mm-hmm. But I didn't, I don't know. I don't know how they build them. So I was thinking, it's fine, whatever. I didn't see any water. And then
but now
several months later in the garage, I noticed the drywall was looking like it was wet. And I was like, oh, gosh. So at first I didn't know if it was the shower or my toilet or my laundry because they're all right kind of up there.
Yeah, they always tend to put it on the same.
Yeah, so we had to do some investigating. But so it turns out it's cracked in the corners and the pan they put down. There is a pan, but it's a cheap plastic one, because most builders don't want to.
We love you all.
We love you, but y'all try to take some shortcuts here and there to save some money. So it's, one of those cheap pans. And so it's just.
You know that you say that, and that happened with, I call them polypipes, because in English, the polybutyrene is sometimes it's just like I'm saying crazy stuff.
I can't.
But okay, so that was pipes that came from China in the 90s. So any house that is from the 90s might have that, and it's just cheaper pipes. And what happens is that water has minerals, right? Mm-hmm. And the thing is that those minerals break down the pipes. And then they just one day boom. Yeah. So like right now is if you're looking for a house in that age in the 90s, you pay attention to poly pipes. Okay. Because you want to get money to replace all that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, so we just
I'm just saying for the cheaper
stuff. I totally agree. So we ended up we had somebody come out there and you could rip the whole thing up. Be about $2,000 to redo it, or he said you can get some grout caulk and regrout those areas, and it should fix it. At least it'd be a temporary thing. He's like, but I would just put on your list to check every year and leave an access panel so I can look up underneath, make sure there's no moisture getting through. So that's what we did.
You don't have like a home warranty?
With the builder, it was just for the first year, and then
okay, but then you keep it.
The extended warranty?
Yeah, you keep it. They cost like it could be like $500 a year.
Yeah, I don't know if I did that. I really don't know.
But if you keep it, then if that happens,
every year for it.
You just pay for like somebody to come check like $100, and then they fix it.
See, this is why you need him as your realtor, because he knows these things and he'd guide you.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean that's the idea, to be an advisor.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. Now, what's the best thing about your house?
Best thing about my house?
Yeah, what the best feature you have in your
I was going to say the best thing about my house is that it's mine.
That I own and the equity mine.
That's right. There's grown a lot of equity the last 4 years
there you go.
The best thing about my house right now, I love my kitchen still.
Your kitchen?
Yeah, my kitchen makes me happy every time I walk in.
Is it open concept, like
yeah,
so you can share
into the living room, into the eating area.
So everybody's watching the game, and they're like, "Hey, can you pass me the?"
Yeah,
or
I can be cooking or washing dishes and still engaging with everybody.
There you go.
Yeah.
That people love that because of that. Like we humans, we happen to congregate or like get together around food.
Yes.
So
Definitely.
like let's just put that in there, and then we all celebrate when there is like Thanksgiving or anything. Have birthdays
or baseball game.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Baseball game, yeah.
Football game.
Well,
any reason.
Soccer games right now is the Copa America is coming in June 20th starts. I'm having a watch party. If you guys want to go, Indio Brewing. On me. The first 50 beers on me.
Nice.
Yeah, on the 20th. Indio Brewing.
Where's that?
In Sugar Hill downtown. The East Center, Sugar Hill East Center. Yeah. You're more than welcome.
Okay.
And even though I know you won't be a potential client, you're more than welcome to enjoy.
I don't watch soccer, but I'll come have a beer.
There you go. Please. That's the idea.
I'm a baseball kind of girl.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite player?
My favorite player?
Right now,
I would say Austin Riley.
Okay.
For the Braves.
For the Braves? Mm-hmm. You don't like Acuna?
No, I'm not an Acuna fan. I like Ozzy a lot.
Oh, guess where he's from?
I know. Is he from Venezuela?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like him a lot because he's always smiling.
There you go.
He's fun to watch play.
Oh, you mean Osvaldo or...
Ozzy Albies.
Oh, then no. Sorry.
Oh.
I thought of Ozzy Guillen. He's a former player for the Chicago White Sox.
Oh, no, mine are Braves players.
And so you born and raised
Yeah.
in Georgia?
Yeah.
Oh,
My whole life.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Born in Snellville.
Snellville, nice.
Yep.
Okay, coming to the topic for today. I know I talk a lot. I do talk a lot.
It's okay.
Assumable loans. They are in the palestra. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's saying, "Oh, assumable loans, so you can get this and that." What is your opinion, or what is something you can say? Yeah, please. How? Well, yeah. Let's start for the beginning. How do they work?
Okay, so if you have, if you own a home and you have a mortgage and it's assumable, and almost all FHA loans are assumable, and all VA loans. There's very few. There are some conventional loans out there that are, but there's very few. You'd have to call your loan servicer and ask, but most of them are not.
What is that? A loan servicer?
So whoever, every single month when you make your mortgage payment, whoever you're sending that payment to, that is your loan servicer. It's not. It might not be the same company that you closed with, but then they sell the servicing rights to your loan to a servicer. They
sell my loan?
They sell the rights
to your
servicing to a servicer, and they handle it from there as far as taking the payments and managing your escrow accounts and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So anyways, if you have an assumable loan, you can call your loan servicer and ask. If you don't know if yours is assumable, you can call and they can let you know.
Okay.
If it is, let's say you purchased your home or you refinanced your home back when rates were, 2.5%, 3.5%, and you've got that really low rate. So you can market that when you're selling your home to say that we have an assumable loan, and whoever comes in to purchase your home can assume your loan and take your loan over and keep that interest rate.
Okay.
So now
that's like a good catch to
that's
somebody
a good way
buy
to
my
attract
house, because I will let you assume the loan, and then I assume the loan is my house, and
right, rather than having a 6.875 or a 7.5 rate like we have kind of today in that range.
I know you guys keep it too high.
Hey, it ain't me. You can blame the government on that one.
There you go.
But so they can come in and have that lower interest rate with your loan. So the trick is, though, let's say you owe $250,000 on your house. That's what your mortgage is. That is assumable.
But your house is
your house is worth $500. Let's say. Okay, we're just going to use some easy math.
Please.
So where's the other $250 going to come from? Because you got to get paid. Right? So the person that's going to purchase and assume your home is either going to have two options.
There you go.
They're either going to have to come up with the rest in cash, which is very possible for some people, because some people might be cash buyers and like, well, I'd rather pay all in cash rather than get this high interest rate loan. But if they can come in and assume a low interest rate
Although
loan.
I've heard that rich people rather spend others people's money than their money.
That's true. But some people that have the cash aren't necessarily rich.
That is not taxable.
Yes. Well, but if you have the mortgage, you can also write off the interest. And if it's that low of an interest of assumable loan, it's kind of like free money.
There you go.
So that's why it's an attractive thing to be able to come in and take that loan over. The other option, if you don't have the cash, what were you going to say?
Yeah, because, okay, I'm selling the home. I got a 3% interest, and, I want what the house is worth. Not just you paying or assuming my loan. Like, you continue paying my loan. I want that. I want the equity. So you were saying you either give me the cash or
you can get a second loan.
But not many lenders like to be, what do you call it? Like subordinate to somebody. Just to the government because they have no other options. But nobody else.
Yeah, it is tricky. You have to be able to find a lender that will do that second loan because there are several banks out there and lenders that won't. We do have a standalone. You do have okay. We have a standalone second that will come in and be the subordinate loan.
What is called standalone?
Standalone second.
Standalone.
Standalone.
Oh, okay.
Second. Yeah. So we have one through our broker channel that we can come in and be the subordinate loan to an assumable loan.
Oh, okay.
The trick is though, even with that, we have to, or the buyer, sellers have to contact the loan servicer and make sure that ours goes with theirs, fits under their guidelines. So both parties have to agree to this second loan.
You already agreed to be subordinate, like meaning Northpoint, right?
Right, but
then we need to ask the servicer, let's say is, I don't know, ABC Mortgage. They might say, we don't want them to give you another loan on the house.
Right. They may have guidelines that say it has to be paid in cash, or they may have a second loan option that they say has to go through them, or they may say, yes, we can accept this other lender as the subordinate loan. So
and I don't know if this is something that, Northpoint Mortgage, are they ever servicers or they just sell the loan?
We do the origination.
Okay, you do origination, and then somebody else service the loan.
Yes, I mean Fairway, our parent company, does service some loans, but they will not service.
They will not accept a second loan on the.
Oh, you're talking about the ones that we service. Yeah. There's probably very few FHA loans that we service. Most of ours are probably conventional, so I don't think the assumable loan
it would be something
really apply.
Because then we just have to call the servicer. Like me as a realtor, that would be one of my plus. Call the servicer. Okay, I'm selling your house. You can offer assumable. And that makes it more attractive to somebody that wants to buy because then you'll be assuming a 3% interest rate. And that became, and so the idea of this episode and the question to you became, appealing to me because it is on the AJC, on the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, where they're saying that that's another way or that's going to become, trend to get a loan with low interest,
right?
Because they're keeping. It looks like they're maintaining in the 6-7 area, right?
Right. Yeah. Of course, the second loan, if you were to get a second loan, is going to be at market interest rates.
At 6-7, right? Depending on
probably
your credit, your situation, the market of the
because it's a second loan.
Oh. Okay.
So it's probably going to be more like in the 8s.
So
right now.
Is it really worth it? Or I just put a big down payment and that's it?
Yeah, you have to. That's another thing you have to look at. You've got to compare the two. You got to look at it as what's the payment going to be on the
second one,
on the second along with the payment on the first that you assume versus if you just had it all under one, with the rate kind of in the middle.
Payment or
So you got to look at the options and see. And if you're going to assume it, you have to, again, the seller has to contact their servicer, make sure that's doable. Then the buyer has to get approved
by the person.
By the loan servicer to assume it. And then on top of that, you'd have to come behind and make sure that the second loan that you already have to be approved for as well is going to be accepted.
Of things to go look
it's
for.
It's a lot of steps. It's not an easy process, but it is an option.
It's always an option. I feel like it's better just to, if you have the cash, just pay, and then if you can assume it, then. But then who has the like? It's not a lot of people that has that cash, and probably somebody that has that cash wants to get a more expensive home.
Possibly.
So it's so complex. It's not easy peasy, huh? Right?
Nothing in this world is easy.
Right. or nothing that is easy is worth it. I always say that.
Right.
I always say that if easy comes, easy goes.
Yeah, and if it's easy, everybody would be doing it, right?
Exactly.
It's not easy. That's why you gotta fit in that little space, and it's
but
gotta be the
I
right
wanted to
fit
be
for
on
the right
top
person.
of media because media is always. It has more power than I do through my social media.
And media is going to make it look easy.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, but it is a good option if it works.
Yeah.
So
would you say something that you would recommend to your best client or to your client? Something that just looking at the options, right? Like we got to put it on the balance, right?
Right. So they would have to do the legwork, my client, to find out if they can assume that loan and if they're qualified through that loan servicer, because we're completely out of that process.
Yeah, and they don't let you go in there like, hey, I just want to ask you. It's like, who are you?
They won't answer any questions.
No, this is private information.
So even if you were calling the
even
loan
me
service,
as
you
a
would have
realtor
to call with your seller
on the phone
with you, just so you're helping them ask the right questions.
Yeah.
But,
or I could give them a list of things, of questions to ask.
Yes.
And then what would be something or some questions that you would recommend?
Well, the first thing is my loan assumable?
Okay.
And then after that, it'd be like, do you allow for a second lien?
Second lien, okay.
To make up the difference.
So would you allow a subordinate, right?
Yeah, a subordinate
or
loan.
Second lien, okay.
You can say it either way, to make up the difference, and then ask if that has to go through them, or if they allowed an outside second lien, and then just ask them what their process is for the buyer to be approved to assume the loan, and get that information to give to the buyer.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So there's nothing. It's really straight, but there's a lot of steps to get to that, and then just make it make sense, right? Which is I got this amount of money. I just paid you the equity, or let me see if instead I can get a second loan to make it happen.
Yeah, and we could look at that up front before you go through the whole process, because we'll know what the interest rate is on that loan.
Okay.
So we could look at, and we'll know what the payment is if the seller is willing to share that information with the buyer, which they should.
Yeah.
They can show them a mortgage statement. So we could have that information to know where the payment's going to be for that, and then look at the second lien, how much we would need, and where that rate would be.
I just feel like it's
see what
too
the difference
little.
is.
It just seems to me like the target or the people that might be approved for those loans is little. I don't know if that, because it's two, and then
you got to be
if
able
you
to
have
fit
a
in the box.
low credit score, you're not doing that, right? They're not giving you a second loan or when you have a low credit score. Do they have a minimum?
You know what? I'm not sure, and I'm not sure about the servicers, what their minimums would be to assume the loan either.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure each one has different guidelines.
Okay, so it is something that you have to go through the process of qualifying again, right?
Yeah.
Or anyhow. No,
right.
You're not getting off that.
Right. No, you can't just come in and be like, I want to assume this loan for no reason. You're going to have to qualify. So, and each loan servicer, I'm sure, has their own qualifications.
My broker, Mike Pruitt, he said that his first house he bought through an assuming a loan, and that was crazy because nobody would check. You would just go assume it.
You just go take it over.
Yeah, this was like in the prehistoric. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Hey, hi, Mike. I hope you see this episode.
And today is your birthday.
Yeah, right. So it's just my gift to you. Wow, but yeah, they wouldn't check, and that's what happened in 2008. That people wouldn't be
Well,
check.
it was
Well,
way
prior
easier
to 2008.
Yeah.
But everybody knows the crisis of 2008.
Yes. Yeah, we all lived through that one.
Yeah. Were you in? I wasn't here.
I was. I remember I was on my honeymoon when I saw the news announce like everything was like crashing, and I had just bought a house in April, and then I came home.
In April.
Yeah, and my first home, and I bought it for $140,000, and I came home, and within 6 months it was worth like 40.
You kept it?
Yeah, I kept it for a little while, and then
because people say, "Oh, I lost my home." Wait. If you could keep paying, the problem was that there wasn't either jobs, right? And sometimes there was balloon, right?
yeah, mine was a normal FHA loan.
There
so
you
I
go.
wasn't in that situation.
Okay.
Even though
Because the thing was that they weren't checking if people were able to pay for those. They were just like, here money, here money, here money, here
they were
money.
interest only. They would qualify you on the interest only
And
payment.
anything, and not let people know, right?
Right. Yeah. Well, it was there.
Disclosures.
They knew, but it wasn't.
That's why it became so much disclosing. The 3 law came after that, right? The 3 days, so you can like back out of anything in there, right?
Yeah. All those laws came into effect afterwards to protect the buyers and the lenders and everybody in
that's
between.
another animal. Sorry that I
that's a whole nother
went
topic.
other route. Well, thank you, April. Thank you
You're
for your
welcome.
knowledge. It's really something that I really appreciate, and I'll have all your information in the banners in here, so people can contact you. Let them know you come through me, and thank you so much. This was Atlanta Dulce Hogar, un podcast dedicado a bienes raíces, vender, comprar e invertir. Thank you, April.
You're
Thank you so
welcome.
much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.